Alright, let's get back to the to-do list. Because I need to immediately not be here anymore. Let's see. Village. Behind the place. The Dragon's Pit. I'm suspicious of the Dragon's Pit. Because this whole river system led to the blue area instead of the red area. And this connective bridge points at the Dragon's Pit area. I keep checking here and here and here. Oopsie. So let's try the Dragon's Pit again. At the very least, there's a worm that I never killed because I was a coward. Listen, it's just they're annoying to fight. The worm is an annoying enemy. Made more annoying by being indoors, where he can just magma you up. And I didn't want to do it. I think it also didn't have a summon. They made it a non-summoning area. See, I have no souls to lose, so I don't... These guys can be all they want. Yeah, this area was definitely weird. I might even try just jumping in the big hole, which I was afraid to do. This big hole... I'm curious about it, big hole. Tell me more about big hole. What I'm struggling with is that this... I don't remember this dungeon really having like an end point. I don't think even the boss fight looked like it was going to result in a final thing happening. Oop. Be brave, show no fear. Well, fuck, I didn't see that. Wait, do I just go in the hole? You go in big hole. Okay. Oh, well, there's an actual boss fight, isn't it? Okay, well... Am I in salt? Ash? Okay, well, this is probably how you get there then, huh? Just looking at that area, it's like this whole zone is dragon-themed. This is called the Dragon Pit. Like, makes sense. And it being full of ritualistic environments, unique visuals, unique enemies, all points at the idea that it's more significant than just the other random dead ends you see. Damn it, if I had seen that message, I would have known what to do. I didn't see that message before. Okay, well, at least I got to be confirmed what to do next. Because otherwise I would have been very unsure about the hole, but then it pretty much verified it. Hello? Ow. Oh, God! Wait, that's not... Whoops. I forgot to change my flask again. In multiple ways. Like, one, this flask just makes me not lose souls, which I don't have any to lose, so it's useless. Although it does make me do more, fire or magic damage, whichever one I didn't change. But on top of everything else, I just forgot to switch off of, it so I could heal. So I pressed that button to heal, and only after the animation started realized how fucked I was. Whoop. We're fine. Obviously not that big deal of an enemy. He is kicking my ass a little bit, but it's just a regular enemy. Like, it's not a super boss fight, it's just a guy. Like a character creator guy that happens to be in the Dragon Covenant, I guess. So he's got dragon appearance, he's using a dragon weapon art, and that's it. Dodge this, nerd! Ow. He's so ready to counterattack. Even when was in the middle of getting all of his shit torn off. No! Oh, it's just a bite? Oh, that was not a good move. You were not ready to hit that attack in any context. Ow. See if your god of panic rolls can save you now. Who are all these poor enemies that came into this expansion and forgot to upgrade their flask? Oh god. Nothing personal, kid. I'm so cool. Alright. Even the boss fights that use them can't really sell me on the usefulness of most communion spells. Even when he pops them out, it's like, well, he's not going to connect these attacks on me. More decapitated dragon heads. Who keeps doing that? This kind of feels like a protected location. See, I got a grace. I might go back to kill the lava worm out of spite. Maybe he'll drop something. Dude, I do want to follow up on my previous thought of being like, what if I just hit it with my giant burn everything and move? Wouldn't that be fun? Oh, at least I got my souls back, although I can still lose them. Hi. Yeah, given that most people here are dead, basically except for that guy, even though it's currently populated with dragon worshippers slash creatures and so on, it very well could have at one point been raided by crusaders or whatever that are anti the dragon covenant. I forgot to change my flask again. God damn it. So many separate things to think about my build. Hello, asshole. Ow. Right, I remember why I was worried. Guy just runs into you. And he can like multi-hit you while he's doing that, which just sucks. Oh, I hate this fight, I remember. God, this sucks. What an awful fight. Just for the fact that he can do that, he just runs through you. What can I cast my— ah, he hit me. I must have started casting the spell and he interrupted it. Like before it even went anywhere. Okay, that does 0 damage. Just absolutely none. Gotcha. Am I dual wielding or not? I can't tell. There we go. And I really wish they showed an icon on the weapon to see if you currently have 2 weapons out or not. I keep pressing the button, and I see my character do a little shuffle, but I can't tell if he's putting the sword away or pulling it out without facing the camera, which is obviously not ideal. I can't see anything. I wish I could summon something. Ow. Yeah, these might be worse than the tree roots. The lava worms. Like, I can't even tell what they're hitting me with. They don't even look like they're attacking me half the time. They're kind of just, like, moving somewhere. And then the fact that they're moving at all just, like, does, like, surprise hits on me indirectly, constantly. I don't like getting hit by enemies that don't seem like they actually did it in attack with, like, intent. Because it makes it feel like they're just, like, so large, they're just randomly causing damage by sneezing. Let alone crossing that with all the area denial fire. The dark room, the crowded walls. I'm just being whiny, but I really do hate this boss. That's why I did not fight it last time. Okay, another dragon heart and smithing stone. They're worth having. Okay, there. One less thing to feel like I skipped. Now it's behind us. Pretty much any boss that's made where the best strategy is to like squish yourself into his body, so that none of his attacks work because you get stuck in his hitbox and he just starts flailing. It's probably a sign that the whole boss could just be cut for being kind of shit. Here we go. Looks like he gave me about as many soul. No, he gave me no souls. I got like 130,000 from the boss, and from him I got like 8. He's not even a boss fight. Another dragon. This is the red zone, isn't it? Am I here? Is that the red zone? Oh, I'm up on this thingy. And then there's an ambiguous place down there in the red zone across the way. I don't know what to call the middle area, but it's something. Okay, so this is... I think, yeah, we're at the big bridge, right? We're kind of past it. Like, that was the rock I was looking down on when I thought I saw a bridge. And it kind of is it's not really so much a bridge at all. I guess it's just spires of rock pointing out in this direction. And from that perspective, it kind of looks like the bridge you're supposed to take, and the map makes it look like a bridge. But here, it's just like a slope going down here. Okay, those ones are corpses. Gotcha. I briefly thought there was going to be several dragons here to fight at once. Is that a Trina? I mean, Miquella? No, it's different. What is this? Baal, O terror incarnate, again I stand afore ye. We've been repeatedly hinted that there's a dragon named Baal. Talking about being able to shoot the dragon from here with ranged, but I'd rather not deal with that mess. Those rocks are really weird. So Baal is probably some kind of great dragon. It seems to be inflicting pain on that one guy in that one location. Don't know if he volunteered for that or what. Looks like I don't have the FP to summon Tish anymore. It's not my proudest move ever. I forgot to change my flask again. Sup? Jagged Peak Drake. This guy seems to have less health. Ow. Hi. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, there's a moment to unlock your camera and get an objective view of where the hazards are and aren't. No, thank you. Well, I appreciate that he's taken to spamming that move. Oh god. No! Okay, I'm out of lightning. Oh my goodness. My Mimic Tier is kind of a terror with the Senessax ability and this sword, and being able to cast both of those whenever he wants. A level? Maybe? 90,000. Dragon Heart, Dragon Scale. That should be a level for me. I'm gonna head on back and level before I make any more mistakes, and also fix my physic so it actually does the stats my weapon has. It might technically always be useful to have twig mode physic, and there might be people who always run around with that, but I'd rather not. There. Magic and fire. Another 2 damage. It only becomes stwanglier and stwanglier. Yeah, it definitely, I've said this in the main playthrough before too, but like one of the many things that feel good about using the Mimic Tier is that the Mimic Tier helps like vindicate you if you put the stats and work in to have spells. Because a lot of spells just feel completely unreasonable to use in so many scenarios, and the payoff isn't even that good necessarily, but your summon can use them, and your summon has decent, seems to have decent hyper armor, but if not hyper armor, your summon seems to be good at just tanking, because he has so much health by comparison. He's so massively tanky. So he can just risk it. Like, you casting a spell at a really stupid moment will get you killed immediately. And that's bad and dumb for you to do. But your guy, he can just spam a spell in the middle of a fight like a total jackass. And if he gets hit, he's like, oh damn, I got hit. And then he gets back up and does it again. Who cares? You can see all the creepy finger spiders along the wall that kept hopping down and making big thump noises. And making it seem like I was in trouble. So I came from that direction, so this is the direction that goes alongside where the dragon is, the body. And should probably lead me to the red zone. And if I were to guess, the big dramatic bridge that goes to the mountain might be where Bale is. Since they keep hinting at this Bale dragon. That's like the Lord of the Dragons or something. Or at least it keeps coming up in the context of any dragon community places. Come to think of it. Dragon pit, right? Dragon pit here. I think he's gone now, but I think that also was where the NPC was, so he was pointing this way. Okay, yeah. I can see the breadcrumb trail and why it was maybe dumb of me to not follow through, but admittedly, me finding all this required me to jump in a giant hole, and that kills you. So without the hint that that specifically is the hole that doesn't kill you, it's a little hard to spot. So all this, I got set back for hours because I didn't find that one message, but I did find a lot of other stuff in the meantime. But yeah, going back there, you can see there's a direct continuity here where we saw that guy writhing in pain about Bale, and there was all these statues along the way. And then that led to the dragon pit, and then coming out of the dragon pit, you fight dragon, and then you're still on a continued path with more of those markings. Oh, leading to the giant dead dragon. There he is. So this particular scar across the map has a lot of continuity and makes a lot of sense. But it really threw me for a loop at the jump in the giant hole that doesn't kill you step. There's obviously precedent for that. But it's still not usually what happens. Please, aw. I wanted the Shadow Tree cookbook. Do you go inside the dragon? No. As far as you go. Enjoy Maw. Yeah, so this should be the Dragon Communion Shrine of this particular expansion. So they might as well have one in zone. So this should let me buy skills. I don't remember if the communion locations were specific. Oh. Hi. Oh, he's real bony. The dragons look wild in this game.
Warrior true. Picture yourself feasting upon a dragon's essence.
Yum yums.
On the throbbing heart of the oldest, vilest dragon of them all. It would be the purest form of communion. The fullest sating of your hunger and your consummation as a dragon.
My consummation happens when I partake of the throbbing dragon essence. Okay.
Yes, as it should be. Now, seek the Jagged Peak. There you will find Bale, the oldest and vilest of all dragons. Lamenter warrior. Follow your desire and slay the foul beast. Devour its throbbing heart. I will grant you the strength required. In the name of my lord, Senessax.
Oh, I have bad news. He's dead as fuck.
Warrior true. What is it that you need? In a time long past, Bale turned upon the Dragon Lord. The foul traitor assailed our master and inflicted a grievous wound, only to make a hasty retreat, becoming a sworn enemy of the brood. Since that day, Bale and his bloodline, the Drakes, have served as sacrifices for Dragon Communion, land-bound warrior. My lord, Senessax, has shown your kind what must be done. Seek communion. Sate your boundless appetite. Feel the euphoria of a dragon's essence taking root in your meager frame. In a time long, the far becoming.
Yep, same message. Bada-bada-bada-bada-bada-bada-bum. You just keep saying throbbing at me over and over again. Communion with Bale? Oh, if you get the this is what it means by, okay. So kill Bale and you can consume these abilities. But yeah, dragon abilities are really heavy on arcane, oh my god. Ghost Flame Breath is the new one for this expansion. It costs 3 hearts, of which I have 5. Can't cast it though. Not now. I'm bad at being a dragon communioner, dang it. I didn't mean to. There's just so many stats. And I'm technically doing a build that like benefits from all of them at the same time, I guess. Also, does this path also not lead to the red zone? Am I still wrong? Or can I go over the dragon over here? Checking for items. I mostly just see those skulls that have like 10 souls in them everywhere. Those are just absolutely everywhere. Beautiful. Oh, thank God, the red zone. Look how big he is. That spot looks conspicuous. So they've leaned in on the whole dichotomy between the drakes and the dragons. Because a traditional dragon has 4 legs and 2 wings. Like the wings are separate. Nothing here. Whereas things we find here, their front legs are their wings. Dragon Communion Harpoon. So they're saying that Bale betrayed Senessax, and that's where we got the drakes from or something? Big gaping dragon guts. Whoop. I climb up some other part of him to get to the guts. Is there anything in the guts? Someone got up there. There was a sign. Don't know if there's a reason to go there. Alright, well, let's continue south because there's more area south of the body. That's still this particular biome, and then we can check out the red zone finally. The red zone. Dragon Communion Grease. Ugh. You better grease up before you consummate their throbbing essence. This is so much, man. I just walked like down that dragon's throat, and they're saying all these words at me. Talking about filling me with their essence. Partake. Consummate, throbbing, grease, not resin. Caro's hidden grave. Hello. I'm just saying that I'm on Patreon. You can watch our playthrough right now of Glory Hounds, a furry visual novel that's very horny, but silly about it. Like it hasn't had any nudity yet in 10 hours. And this is the kind of phrasing that they do as a joke. And this game's just putting it everywhere. I can't say it's not a joke. It might be a joke to the people doing it still. It is funny. There's something inherently funny about playing it straight-faced while it being goofy. Anyway. A fucking tibia mariner. Alright, buddy. Well, I don't... Wow, the Mimic Tear does not cost that much health right now. Fuck you! Is there even a place to do the weak spot on that guy? I can't see anything. It's fine. I don't need to see anything. I'm living in a post-eyesight world. Come here. Don't dodge my fire. Embrace my fire. It loves you. Tibia's cookbook. It's a skeleton. Why would I want its cookbook? Think for like 2 minutes about that. They're still there. They're still there, taunting me. Swear to God. I still haven't... yeah, I guess somehow still haven't had a single death that counted in that way. The one time I died against the dragon guy, the little dragon communion guy, I had used the flask that redoes it, that protects my rune still, so I accidentally hadn't changed it yet. I don't like that it's still there because it tempts me to try again, but it's going to emotionally harm me if I keep trying to get them. Like, I will be unhappy. I believe that's the platform from earlier because it's by the big guy, so I don't think there's anything to do there. I'm just trying to be thorough. Shadow tree fragments have been in the tiniest corners of the map. And in particular, today I'm at a bit of a shadow tree fragment, like, deficit, honestly. For all the exploring I'm doing, I have not gotten that many. I don't think I've gotten another upgrade's worth in the last, like, few hours. Those guys are alive. They're fake hanging. They're not bodies. They're dudes. They're bros. Let's see. Here's where the Tibia Mariner fight was. Let's double check, because there is often like an item in the Mariner's boss arena. Secret bloom. Oop. In particular, just really any cemetery tends to have an item hiding in it. But I guess not. Or I got it already and forgot. That looks like another bird shrine. For more of the set, maybe. Maybe more of the upgraded version. Ooh, yep, that's probably it. Rings of spectral light. Ah! No thankies. Bye-bye. And there's a grace. Right within the 5 meters of what kills you. Whew. We only need 221,000. We've been all throughout the down there blue zone. But what will I find in the red? This area looks big enough that something might come down at me. Oh, this is a lot of birds. Oh, yep, those are the poison flowers. They sure are. Oh, it's guarding something. Come on, no, it's another pot. There's so many pots. I don't want pots, I want anabolic steroids. Anaerobic steroids. Whoa. What are you even shaped like? It's like a rhino cat. What is your deal? Oh, with a hippo mouth. It's a very hippo mouth. It's trying to kill my horse. Oh, that killed a bunch of things. Someone just had a bad day in that general direction. Goat horse needs healing. I occasionally remember that I can attack left. I don't always remember that you can press a separate button to attack in the other direction on horseback. Ow. Almost there? There we go. Yes! I'm level 10 once I use it. How much wildlife got wiped out? That was like a little sad. I don't see any drops though. I saw like 10 health bars pop up and deplete. Yeah, there's a lot of birds and stuff here. Can't believe I witnessed mass 4. Just swallowed 10 creatures whole while trying to attack me. Big guy. Figure I should completely kill every single one of them every time I see one. Whether or not I can find the gimmicky spot. Like, I've clearly gotten strong enough that I can mostly handle killing them through brute force, even though it's a pain in the ass. It's not easy. If they slightly rebalance the stats, I'm immediately in trouble. Because it's just a lot of health to churn through. And they do a lot of damage, so every mistake is punished severely. So I'm just kind of hugging this wall, see what I missed on this platform. So I kind of hugged the left. A lot of birds, man. Oh, the Deathrite bird. There's a new... Okay, new death bird. Help. Oh god. Nope. Nope. Okay. Oh no, it's... Yep, okay. Oh, wait, this is what they're riffing on all these guys, huh? It's the enemies we've been seeing all game, to some extent. Oh god, the fucking ads are gonna be a problem. And to try not to aggro any more enemies. Ow. 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 Uh-oh. Okay. There's also a boss fight right here. Whew. Oof. I'll try to stick to the red so we don't summon the boss, but that's not a guarantee. He's summoned already. Okay, so he has a huge aggro radius that I somehow just didn't trigger before. I don't know how. I don't know how I didn't cause this fight sooner then. Can I lure him over here so I don't deal with everything out there? Here, yeah, come fight us over here in the red. I don't see as many dragons around. Or birds. Nope, wrong button. Oh well. Get him, other me! Oh god. Oh god, the spreading fire is gonna suck! Oh, that delayed attack. Alright. Nope, that's like an explosion or something? I don't... Okay. Ah, that's a good camera you got there. Jesus Christ! And it's interrupted. Alright. I'm having a terrible time. Damn. Yeah. Nope. No. No. Oh god. Did they explode or something? I don't know. No, they're just dead now? Okay. Where is... Did you lose aggro? Where's my mimic tier? There you are. I don't want to aggro more birds. Come over here. Mimic tier, please notice the fight. Ow. What you doing now? Fighting smarter. God damn it, lightning spear. No. Okay. Once upon a time, Lightning Spear was like a playthrough defining ability in like Dark Souls 2, but nowadays it's real rough. It'll do some damage. I can't hate Lightning Spear. Lightning Spear is how I killed Malenia, which felt really good. Specifically, the realization, I think, in that attempt where Malenia hit me with her Death Blossom explosion thing, and after having been fighting her for ages and thinking about the fight in melee terms, I just thought of like, okay, you dodge this attack, you attack. You dodge that attack, attack. You dodge that attack, you attack. Just like the usual. I forgot to use this before the fight, damn it. It's fine, I'm stronger now. I was thinking about it in terms of the normal dance that you have as a melee combatant. And I think it was literally in the middle of my final attempt when I finally beat her, where I just realized midway through, I'm like, oh, I can throw spears at her. Which, like, for most of the fight would be suicidal. But specifically, when she does her giant dramatic Death Blossom, and you're so fixated on being able to run out of the way in time and not die to the giant explosion and the rot and the damage and everything, realizing that you can throw spears at her while that animation's playing to do several attacks in a row, you're like, oh, wait, this is a huge breakthrough. I could be wrong, but I think I won literally the moment that I realized that. Although I think I might have literally realized that mid-fight when she was low. And it wasn't, I think it wasn't the Death Blossom that was the phase change. I think it was the Death Blossom like that she would just do sometimes mid-fight after the phase changed. So I think she did a second blossom. And then I was like, wait a minute. I could kill her during this. And then I did. And I felt great. Because I had been fighting her maybe for 3 days or something like that. Like it was, I wanted to die. And specifically, Melania is tough enough, but the fact, one of the roughest things about Melania is the fact that you're very likely to end up fighting her when you were just fighting Malekith. Or at least, like, if you're digging into the optional side content to find Malekith and Melania, you're probably fighting them back to back. Ish. Wait, now I'm trying to remember. Shit. Was I wrong earlier in this playthrough? I think I was wrong. Because Malekith has the Rune of Destined Death or whatever, and I think that's tied to the burning of the Erdtree or other important stuff. I don't remember exactly how the story played out beat for beat. I'm not always good at remembering what's optional and not, because I don't really consider any content optional as far as boss fights go. If I find it, then I'm gonna... Except for like really tedious nonsense repeating content. But if I find an iconic major fight somewhere, it's not optional content in my brain. Both because like I bought the game to play the game, so of course I want to fight the thingy. But also I'm doing a series for people, so they want me to fight the thingy too. And it'd be disappointing if I just left and just never came back when there's a significant enemy there, as opposed to like Dragon number 5000. There's a bunch of barricades going here. Oh! Are those barricades or cages? They're barricades. And cages. Okay, never mind. Both. But I think Melania is optional. I think Malekith might be mandatory, actually. I think I might have miscategorized him earlier in the playthrough. Because, yeah, Fara Majula was all mandatory, wasn't it? That was a big deal. I can't remember if it's before or after burning the Erdtree. I thought you needed the Rune of Destined Death to burn the Erdtree or something, but then I think back and I'm like, wait. Oh, I'm not going this way. Well. Oh, hello. But like that, I feel like Malekith was super late in the playthrough. Meanwhile, after you... I don't remember how much of the capital city was before or after burning the Erdtree. I remember it gets all covered in ash. I guess you do play the capital city first. I'm trying to remember if you burn the Erdtree before or after you get to the mountain. Do the whole mountain area. And that ends with you burning your Firekeeper. Ow. Which is how you burn the Erdtree, right? But I think that's before you go to Lamenter. No. Right, you have to go through Lanedale to get to the mountain. The late game's really foggy in my head. I guess I haven't revisited any of it anyway. I guess that's probably the key that goes to the area we saw, but I'm obviously going to check this all out now. No. These fuckers are back. What's this? It's garbage. It's prattling pate. Not sad prattling pate. I'm sad. Please, I can't stand this sound. I need no salvation. Please, stop. Desist. Your wretched lamentation. He rhymed. Was that a song? I can't stand the sound. I need no salvation. Please stop, desist. Your wretched lamentation. Sounds like a song. Use FP to increase all damage negation. That's the ancient dragon's blessing. They were bestowed upon by the dragon communion priestess in the name of the dragon lord Senessax. Consume FP to increase all forms of damage negation, including physical. This also increases damage negation while guarding as an additional effect. Each night the priestess offers her own sleep to her lord, and in turn receives the power of his favor. She offers her sleep to the lord, so she never sleeps? He sleeps instead of her? This is Ahegao prattling pate. You struggling with doorways, buddy? That was rude. Your wretched lamentation. Is there a pot to jump on? I wonder if this does something around here. I wonder if even it's like a Margaret Shackle situation. Like the boss fight might react to it. A music box. Yep, the key just opens this door. Try ladder. Thanks, buddy. I was trying ladder, but you were in the way. Like a pop-up in front of the thing I'm trying to click on, saying to click on the thing that I was trying to click on, but you were in the way. God damn. I am become Blender. Yeah, this is immediately so much better than the fucking axes I tried to use. Womp womp. I wanted to believe in the holy axes. Is this just the ladder side of the hole that I saw? A few options. Ow! That sucked. Okay, so you cannot stun them out of that attack, at least not without maybe 2 great swords or something. Maybe you can get him with big slam. Ah! No, I don't want to. Go away. More. Ow! Jeez! That was a lot of damage for such an indirect hit. I didn't even register that it was hitting me. I just looked up at my health later and saw that it was half. Gah! Hi. Nope. Nope. Couldn't even launch it in time. The character takes 10 seconds to launch that, that sound. Y'all chose your conflicts poorly. Well, now I'm gonna be a little lost. Where am I? Yee-hee! Oh? There's a message down there. That sounds Unintentional. It kind of looks like there's an item there too, though. Not an item you pick up, but like an object. There's some sort of shape down there. Weird. You definitely aren't supposed to go there that way. Maybe you do end up down there eventually. Secret passage. It was real. It's locked. Fuck me. A secret passage was real ever. This was always going to be like a point of torment in these games, is a franchise known for having illusory walls, and then you make it open world. There's so much place where the illusory wall could be. Just gonna be thinking about it all the time. Cliff. Happy little jars. I don't know if I can climb back up here if I fall down. Maybe check the up direction first. Because I'm always just trying to like keep track of all the different places and forks I can think of and try to exhaust every dead end. You failed. Oh, he died. That was unexpected. He required a head, therefore, for stuff behind. Okay, so that's the room with the locked door from earlier, so we find our way back. I need to go into the pots first to get the key, apparently. Whee! Good to know. Zyma plane, they say. No, happy little jars don't. Just be happy. You don't need to die on me. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Ow! Is there an item up there? How? Why'd they make their death so sad? How do I get there? Do I climb up that? The backside looks gradual, actually. Oh god, more enemies. It's okay. It's not a bad item. It's one more cracked pot. Meaning I can pre-craft more big bomb. Which is bad news. For the next fire dude I find. Which we've already seen one in the next zone. In the red area. You know, there's at least one. I don't think I've gotten to it yet. I've fought everything else possible. This has been the session where they started hitting me with like all of the reused main zone bosses. We fought a magma worm, or lava worm. We fought no, those weird shadow wraith things. The Tibia Mariner. just all the stuff from the main game that got reused constantly. Kind of all being concentrated in one place, it seems. I'm pretty lost. I don't know where all of those holes at the beginning of the level connect to. Oh, here's the boss. Guess I'll be checking them out after I fight him. I don't know how I'm supposed to get this thing off. What is it? The Lamenter. I don't think it cares. I don't think it gives a fuck. Nope, he does it. So it's just thematic, it's not how to fight him. Unless... Oh, he's back. I thought maybe I need to do that to interrupt. Ow! Oh god, there's so many! Maybe if I did it in that time, I would have stopped him from doing this? I don't know. This seems like a problem for me. I also accidentally got rid of my weapons. Ugh. Yeah, they're as expected easy to kill at least. That doesn't seem to do shit. Also, something's on me. I don't know what that is. How's this for a clear of the room? Ow. Didn't work very well. Got a few of them, but damn. Let's see, am I one-handing? Two-handing? Okay. This is the real one. It's good to know. Okay. Not gonna lie, I might be a little too cool for you. Yup. Neat tricks, but you were not ready for this. God, even the flame attack attached to this... Wow, that was a lot of souls for a relatively easy fight. Even the flame attack attached to this weapon is like kind of outclassing Senessax's mega ultra god attack. So at least a local firestorm is better at actually... clearing an area as opposed to such a slow, drawn-out sweeping attack you can't aim. It's rough that you can't aim Senessax's attack, you can't prioritize where to aim it first, you can't make it track somebody. It's just a really long, sweeping arc that you have to hope even hits people, and at a lot of ranges, a lot of normal-sized people, it'll shoot directly over, I think. And for big fights... It's not focused in a specific location enough to guarantee even multi-hitting that one guy that much. Okay, 2245. Should be able to hit that. About 3,000. Nope. Did the math wrong, apparently. A lot of items to check through. I might be accidentally scrolling through them here, unfortunately. It happens. Dragon Communion Harpoon. Anti-dragon effect. It hates dragons. Harpoon bristling with sharp gravel stones. Thrown at enemy to inflict heavy damage, has an anti-dragon effect. A tool of the old dragon communion warriors who were the aspects of ancient dragons' hatred for their low-born descendants. Just thinking, like, if you throw a spear at me, oh, it's got an anti-Keith effect. See? Because it stabs you with a spear. I don't care about the math. Fuck it. I'm not splitting hair over like 2,000 souls. Just use one of these things. Boop. Yep, still giving me 2 points per level. That's some solid damage progress. Feels good. I have not been able to get that kind of progress at increasing my damage stats for ages now. Alright, now I can safely run in and then try to explore the dead ends I saw. Whee! That might kill me! Ow! It seemed fine, and then I really hesitated for a moment at the end. Ow. There's an item. Whoop. Chilling perfume bottle. I went right primarily, so now I'm going left. Ow! Jeez. Oh, I did go here eventually. I do remember that. I'm kind of upset by how much fucking damage they do when they're just getting out of their pot. Damn. That's the one with the ladder. Let's check the one without the ladder, because you might climb out of that one when you go through the other one. But the one-way drop will often have like a ledge or something. So you can only get the item by doing the drop. Innard meat. Gross. Check. Gotta watch the ceiling for slimes. They love to put them here. Got rats. Got more rats. Rats. More rats. Okay, stop that. Stop rats. No! I can't believe that when I leave enemies behind, they eventually catch me. That's probably the ladder. But there was at least one more direction. Hello. Whoop. Ow, not even a stun. Damn. Clarifying horn charm +2. Try crouching. Uh-huh. He tricked me. He tricked me into covering myself in the poopy. Now I'm covered in poopy. God, the number of corpses is actually insane. Every now and then you just have to like take a moment to realize like, oh right, every square inch of this entire map is covered in corpses. Isn't that quaint? Okay, so those were all the main dead ends, I believe, or loose ends that I did not cover the first time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye now. Now I can get caught up on item descriptions and then pick a new thing to do. Wait. Well, not that much of a new thing. We're still in the red zone, right? This was a red zone detour. Clarifying horn charm +2. Greatly raises focus. Ceremony accoutrement worn by horn scent. Horns are sublime artifacts to horn scent, and their presence confirms the belief that they are a chosen people. Only the repeated sprouting of fresh horns can create a tangled horn. Yeah, blah blah blah. Okay, so yeah, the horn scent are a group of people. I guess they just call that guy the horn scent because even though he's a part of their group, they don't know his name or anything else to call him. He's just the horn scent. Even though he's a guy covered in worm flesh. Not worm flesh. He looks like he's covered in ropes and tangled. It's hard to tell. You can't. It looks like his face is covered in like braided cloth or ropes. He looks like an earthworm to me. He's a horn scent, but they call him the horn scent. But that's not the same. But horn scent is not a title. It's a group of people. Lamenter's mask. A stone mask twisted into an expression of rapturous grief. Use while disrobed to transform into a lamenter. The change cannot be undone except by death. Using this mask while already transformed causes the head to swell in size. You can use it once to turn into a lamenter and use it again to get a big head. The transformation tallies with the state of denizens of paradise, but the people of the tower denied and hid it from the world. In their foolishness, they viewed true bliss with deep fear. What the fuck? Chilling perfume bottle. It's Realm of Shadow. Yeah, it's just the same stuff as usual, but this one's ice. Keys don't say anything specific. The Call of Tibia, an ancient ceremonial tool used a gravekeeper's skull as a catalyst, craftable item. Use FP to summon one lost in death to the spot that is thrown. The creature spins and mows down foes in the vicinity 3 times before dissipating. The dead have long been left to wander. What they need is leadership. Ghost Flame Bloom. Ghost Flame flower that grows in grave sites. Material used for crafting items. Blossoms in the hidden grave of Karo. Like Charon, like River Styx. Of a pair with another gravesite flower, the grave violet. All but incorporeal, it burns without so much of a sound. Ghost Flame Call. It calls Ghost Flame. Yep. Spirit Glaive. Spirit Thing. Sharp Blade. Communing with Spirits. FD Rancor Pot. Call of Tibia. Polterstone. Dragon Communion Grease. Solidified not grease. I was right. Made of a sharp gravel stone mixture. And potent anti-dragon effect. Tool of Dragon Communion. Blah blah blah. We know that. Gravekeeper's Brain Pan. Skull Bone. The Skull Bone, you know. It just feels weird to call it a bone. I know it is bone, but skull is self-descriptive. An old of an old gravekeeper. Mainly found in the hidden grave of Karo. The old gravekeepers are boatsmen and continue to summon the dead even after withering away. Rings of Spectral Light. Sorcery practiced by the keepers of the spirit graves, where old death ultimately drifts, creates rings of spectral life that fire in unison, charging and enhances potency. The rings of light have the same qualities as Ghost Flame and deal magic damage while also causing frost buildup. Egon's cookbook. I thought this was like a rhino head. There's a little mouth-looking thing at the bottom and kind of a face shape up top and so on. Dragon Communion Grease and Harpoon. A record of crafting techniques left behind by a warrior who challenged the vile dragon Baal, only to be grievously injured and broken by fear. Oh. Is that the guy that was screaming? Contains details to how a mere mortal can fell a mighty dragon. Based on the history of it never happening. The red Fulgur Bloom. It's like the other ones, but it's full of red lightning. The ancient dragon. Dragon Hunter's Great Katana. Great Katana with spines of gravel stone along its blade, wielded by the ancient dragon man of the dragon's pit, has an anti-dragon effect. There's a lot of dragon in that sentence. Formerly a dragon communion warrior, the ancient dragon man was once arbiter of those worthy to devour the dreaded one. So he was a dragon communion warrior, which means that he was somebody who hunted dragons. It's an interesting little inversion because, like, in Dark Souls 3 and just in general, you could like join dragon covenants and worship dragons and pray to dragons and give things to dragons and get rewarded by dragons. And in the Elden Ring, you fucking murder the dragons and you rip out their hearts and you commune with their hearts and devour them like the Khaleesi in Game of Thrones having to devour the horse heart. Hello. Oh, it's just a grave. Oh, I've been there before. Is that the hidden little bay with the beast lady in it? Yeah, I think so. I thought it was a cool bridge at first. Yeah, looking down is mostly pointless because I've definitely been basically everywhere. And even the ways of getting down there aren't really interesting to me right now. I try to be thorough, but level is big. What is that? Sorry, I'm pausing, trying to think of what that made me think of. Oh, goodbye, Mr. A. I try to be thorough, but level is big. Ah! Surprise. Hey, it's these guys again. That was startling. There really can just be a hole anywhere. I wonder how annoying it gets when I do random sing-song, because sometimes it's a real song that exists that's coming to mind, and I'll say nonsense to the cadence of another song, and then people get to be wondering why the fuck they recognize it. And then other times I do just randomly say things in a slightly sing-song tone that is not a thing. I'm just making noise. I'm just like this. And if you try to find the source, you will drive yourself mad. You'll be all like, what is that melody? But it's me. It's a melody. There's another big guy. As long as you're not way stronger than the other ones, I can probably fight you directly. I wonder if they even get stronger or if they're just the same guy copy-pasted. The main thing that stands out to me is that it feels like they all have the fire attack where they shoot homing fire at you, except the first one. I don't think the first one does that attack, but I could be wrong. It kind of makes sense because these guys are in way less important locations where less is happening. There it goes. But the first one is in a giant open area that is the first playable area in the game. And it would be bad news for you if he did that to you. Whee! There's a hole in your logic. You who know all the answers. Give me a minute. Give me a minute! Oh, you can't craft while you're in combat, right? Annoying. No, not use, equip. Oop. Hefty fire pot. As long as I'm in combat, I can't craft anymore. Which kind of sucks. That means if you run out of them while trying to deal with him, you can't make it anymore. And you have to run way away. Oh boy! Uh-oh. You could do that. I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. No! God damn it. Overall, I feel like this is like a kind of cool enemy visually. Like to see roaming around, but like a lot of the world bosses in Elden Ring, I don't like fighting it like at all. I don't think it's fun. That's a bummer. Because I'm here to have fun. I don't think they're an interesting challenge. I don't think the fact that they're recycled adds much. I think they're mostly just kind of annoying. I feel like they kind of like lack the openings that you kind of expect from this kind of thing, gimmick fight. Because they're pretty fast and reactive, all things considered. Like, obviously fighting them on the ground is not the ideal experience, and it's just kind of like rough and grindy. But then fighting them on cliffs, like the way that the tutorials straight up tell you to do, has its own downsides, because this fire attack, whenever it does this, is so oppressive you can't do anything. Like it does... Oh god, Jesus Christ, even when I'm running. Like they made that thing so obnoxious. And he uses it so much. But in particular, he does it close enough to the last cast that he'll do it again back to back. So you can't even really like react between them. Like there's not enough time between them for you to do stuff. And as we're seeing here, this guy will even like jump up and swing at you. I'm just looking at the intended experience they seem to have set up, where you like charge at this guy, and then you throw these pots at his head, because they literally had a message telling you that's his weak spot. But like the experience of trying to do that sucks, and that's like the intended way of killing him. Because his attacks are too frequent and too long to get the opening to really effectively throw it. Oh god damn it! I'm trying. No! I accidentally I changed the direction slightly because I was trying to run, and it was still able to affect the throw direction. Oh, that sucks. And poor horsey. And I'm missing my... Ah, damn it. Yeah, this gets old. Need raisins. It's dying. You can't... I don't think you can throw them on horseback. Over here it comes. Yeah, I'm not gonna have enough of them. They made it require a ton of these to effectively kill him. The roll didn't work. Oh no! God damn it. Alright. This might be more of a pain in the ass than just trying to fight him on foot. Seems like you need to kind of get lucky. Because like the one time I fought him, I kind of stun locked him. That's definitely ideal. That does not seem to be working out that way. Am I safe here? But I can't craft even at this distance because it still counts as being in combat. Okay, is this safe? Come on, man, just let me craft. Made his weak spot a thing you can't make more of during the fight, and the fight is the whole zone. So you have to run across the whole map to leave, and then run all the way back. It's when I'm stuck in this loop of just like trying to open my inventory over and over again just to see if I can craft yet. This just doesn't feel like the intended experience, right? Like it doesn't feel like what you'd want your game to be like. So that's why I kind of just think this is kind of a bad fight. For as cool and hyped as it seems to be. You're just like, man, just let me do the thing. There. Now run all the way back. Like, it's on me that I had flukes where I, like, pressed a direction trying to run away from the fire and accidentally redirected the pot I was currently throwing. Although in its own ways it's rough that, like, when you do find an opening, he can still just, like, tilt his head away or jump, and then that opening you got, now that pot's wasted because it doesn't quite hit the right spot. You're like, man. Oh, he went far away. Oh, far away. Through the fire and the flames. I complain a lot. A grave bird spirit. Spirit of an old golem and spirit gravekeeper who flies with stone wings and spouts ghost flame. According to legend, the grave birds were crafted to be kindred to the death birds. Did I just miss that last time, or have I not read since then? Lightning-proof pickled liver. Oh, that's at the bottom, so I've definitely missed some, because this is would have crept off the screen. Oh well. Oh, that's a bad angle. He's here, though. Knowing how things go, every time I talk about any fight, though, someone will be like, "That's my favorite fight in the whole game." I just can't relate. But you do you, man. All right. We can at least try to get in a good loop here if I use very careful stick discipline to not accidentally redirect my attack. Oh god. Oh, that also shoots projectiles. Jesus. Oh, I got stuck on terrain. Don't fall in. He got stunned. Yay! Sometimes he remembers to get stunned. Love wart crystal tear furnace visage. Those are rare. I do think I've seen more than the boss fights give me. Have I been there? Yeah, that's where I got the dancer thing. Whew. Uh-oh. Okay. There's a grace area. I had a really clean fight against that guy that one time when I was following the tutorial, funnily enough. And yeah, it's like we kind of stun locked him. So if he actually gets interrupted by the attacks, you're kind of golden. But if he doesn't get interrupted, then you're kind of fucked. Specifically, if you get into a loop where you even have succeeded like once at that, then you kind of get locked into a loop that will obliterate him because he can't escape anything. But the problem is that if he fires his attack successfully, then it doesn't matter if you stunned him. You now have like a 10 to 20 second attack to continue evading. So that's the kind of scare, is that it's hard to establish the loop where you're getting the pots off back to back and stun locking him. To the point where I wouldn't think you could do it if I hadn't done it that time. Let's see. So where were we trying to go next? So this big loop here was that guy. I was kind of in there. Did I find a single shadow tree fragment in the entire red zone? I guess here, right? Where the monster thingy was. The new guy. Yeah, so it was technically a worthwhile goal. I did in fact hit shadow tree level 10. The fact that I covered most of this chunk of the map in pursuit of this area and it was relatively small and linear is very funny. Like, you really do just like pass the dragon, go zigzag up through here, and then this is the, I believe this is the bird fight, this is the cave up here, and then this is this fight, and yeah, that's the zones. There's the hippo thingy. That's all the zones. I tried so hard to get here, and it's relatively small. We've got a shadow tree fragment, and I'm level 10, and I'm more equipped to fight things going forward and stuff. I hope. Need to figure out where to go next still. Poking around a little bit, seeing if I missed anything. I guess I'm slightly curious if I missed anything like around the hippo area. I don't know. It's above here, so you have to go all the way around to get there. I can fully acknowledge I'm probably being too harsh on the fight with the fire guy. I don't love the fight, but I was kind of getting into a decent little groove there of getting to the cliff, throwing a pot, then doing a big loop around the area, avoiding all the fire attacks and so on while hopping on horseback. In particular, for like the last 6 hours, I think I'm getting better and better about getting in the groove of like hopping on horseback to react to something and then going back into the fight. In fact, I think that's both approaches to fighting that guy involve me doing that a lot, either on foot or doing it on a ledge like that. It does feel kind of like that area was designed more for you to run around like that too, because the first one I was in was when I first fought him in a tutorial-y sense, when I first saw the message saying how to fight him, that was a way smaller platform. So maybe that one was designed to be stun-locked, and this one was designed not to be stun-locked, and you had to, like, evade around him each time. They very well may be intending to have each fight play out differently, which makes sense, because why copy-paste the same encounter over and over again? I think my fatal flaw sometimes is just that when I start a thought, I have to finish it, so I have to sit here and, like, complete the whole thing. We have to use the whole animal, essentially. Like once I introduce the topic, I need to sit here and try to, like, fully discuss all the things I mean about that. And then for some people it leads to, like, a reaction that's like, oh my god, all the endless complaining. Whereas, like, oop. I think it's somewhat less that I'm massively about complaining all the time, and more that I'm either caught completing a thought when I feel like I have a lot to talk about the thing, and the level of how much I have to talk about is not necessarily always proportional to the grievance. It's just there's more to say, and my job is to find things to say, essentially. And also just, like, reacting. Like, stress. Sometimes just, yelling, fuck, God, Jesus, this is all happening to me. Leave me alone. Let's see, mountain, right? Mountain. Yeah, I need to get out of combat, then teleport back to the split in the road when we got to the dragons? Because this led down to here. The Dragon Communion Priestess, but all the way back here I can take a left. We can head towards the mountain. I'm still just kind of hoping that my goal is to go to the Shadow Keep. And that's like the critical path, and then they expect you to go on huge tangents to explore and find as much stuff as you can. And kind of, in a way, kind of determine your own difficulty level, because the more you, like, speedrunners will just go in a straight line through the level and arc through and find everything. In particular, what I find interesting is that after each zone, you kind of, like, exit a castle and then enter a new zone, and then each one feels progressively more open. Particularly once you beat, Rilana, the next area looks absolutely huge. And, like, there's immediately not a clear direction to go in next. There kind of is, in the sense that, like, when you first play the game, you see the Erdtree, and you're like, oh, what's that? Probably gonna go there, huh? And it's huge, and the closer you get, the more you realize how fucking huge it is. And then, and then in this, when you come out that door, you see the Shadow Keep, I think, and looming, along with the Erdtree itself, the Shadow Tree. And everyone says, the Shadow Keep. But once you're in that clearing, it looks so wide open that it's like, it's much more easy, I think, to go in crazy tangents. But I have been surprised to find that, like, I think everything I'm doing right now was accessible before I did Rilana. So I could have gone there and here and so on before that, which means fuck, maybe I did fight that fight really early and underleveled. It was really hard. So it kind of makes sense, but the age-old struggle that has plagued me with Souls games from day one-ish. I can't fully say day one because Demon's Souls was actually really linear at the beginning. Like, I don't think you're meant to come back later to fight the Tower Knight. I think the Tower Knight's reasonably the second boss. But you technically can go somewhere else after the Phalanx. But I definitely got stuck on the Tower Knight. But like, for those that aren't day one sad gamers, which no one is basically, because that would require you to be one of 10 viewers we had in 2011. But way back in the OG playthrough we did of Dark Souls on my other channel, back before this channel, with Andrew, who's still around to this day, like our first playthrough was Dark Souls. So it was our first time doing a Let's Play in general, lots of learning curve and lots of mess, just a bad playthrough in a lot of ways for that reason. I put a tiny glimpse of it in my most recent video about Sigma Pause, just kind of like as a callback for how fucking long I've been doing this. Where's that? Oh, that's definitely not the path forward. Let's see what's here. But like, we had an experience with Dark Souls that I have seen repeatedly shared around, which is that the game's reputation for being difficult, which is almost comical at this point because the first game is so easy compared to anything we're dealing with now. Another pot! Makes it really hard to gauge whether or not you're going the right way. Because when you play any other game and you get two-shot or one-shot by something, you're like, oh, I'm not supposed to be here. But this is a whole series where that kind of always happens. So how do you gauge whether or not something's the intended difficulty? Like, by the time I got to Melania and Malekith, I can't really say that I was there too early. I basically completed the entire game. But if I was playing any other game, or even, honestly, playing even this game, I was definitely under the impression that I was there too early, because it felt impossible. That was brutal. So how do you gauge whether or not you're somewhere too early or too late? Like, it's a very challenging thing, and right now, the conversation hasn't fully reached that point yet, but there is a huge debate happening in general about this game's expansion, because so many people find it too hard, and so many other people are also taking the chance to be obnoxious Dark Souls fans about it, because there's always a smug condescension to anyone having any level of challenge in these games. But like, it's, how do you tell if it's too balanced, if it's balanced the right way or not? Oh my goodness, the lightning up here. There's the Shadow Tree and the Shadow Keep. And one of my distant markers that I've placed, I guess. It's wild up here. But like, a lot of people thought it was too hard. And I think that was always going to happen, in part because of the fact that, like, Elden Ring got a shockingly wide audience. Like, so many people got into this game that even didn't get into Dark Souls before, and Dark Souls already felt big before. Too high up, I want to go home. Snake ahead? Am I about to be attacking this thing? Dark Souls has made me not trust walkways. There's just a deer hanging out? What are you doing up here? One of the funniest headlines I've seen in a long time, given the deep context of it, is somebody made a headline about the patch notes where they rebalanced the game a bit by saying the first half of Elden Ring is easier now, so you don't have to be as good. You don't have to be as skilled as game reviewers, I guess the press, because there's such a. It's become so taken for granted that for some reason people who cover video games for a living are low skill with bad taste and don't know how to play video games and don't agree with gamers and blah blah blah. Like, you know, that's the discourse. A lot of it, like some of it's just like, yeah, it's just like they make shallow-ish reviews for a wide audience, blah blah blah. So for people of certain like level of like film buff type people, but for games, like they might find them wanting. But if we're honest, a lot of it's kind of like leftover noise from Gamergate and like this under-interrogated hatred of people that, like, for increasingly baffling reasons. It's mixed. Those are big stompies. But it is noteworthy that there's a big fight happening here. This game's getting review bombed by its fans for being too hard, and it had glowing reviews from game reviewers, so who can't play now? It's a bit funny to me. The dragons are fighting. I wonder if they have their own crucible here, essentially proving themselves on behalf of the Lord. Or if things just suck here and the dragons are prone to fighting for any livable space. I do find myself thinking yet again that, like, if this terrain was so prone to being obliterated all the time, so easily, how is any of it here to be obliterated? Because the stuff seems to be happening all the time. It's like when that lightning storm was taking out trees by that one lake, I'm like, unless this lightning storm just started happening in front of me just now, how are there trees by this lake then? So one of these... Okay, so clearly one of these is the boss fight and the other one is not the boss fight. Because this guy doesn't have a lock-on health bar, he has a bottom health bar. And also he's obliterating the other one, so it seems like he's meant to win. I can summon my guy, I'm just a little worried he'll start fighting the wrong one and waste our time here. I want to not make the other one hostile and try to use him to our advantage, but I don't think I can get the enemy to realize the advantage that he has here. Well, we're making progress at least. Oh, that's not ours. Oh no, yep, that's my fear. That's definitely the concern, is that we'll just get caught in the crossfire of huge attacks. They're just both attacking me now? Are you serious? Yeah, I think I have an inherent reluctance to condemn game reviewers because in many ways I have more in common with them than the people that are mad at them. Because I am also, I guess, a freelance, self-employed person who covers video games for a living while having to interface with people that have opinions about me all the time. Ow. Whoa! Okay, that laser was not hitting me, that was something else. It just coincided with when I got hit by something. I thought I was in deep shit. Like a third dragon had arrived. Ow! Whoop whoop. Oh, that's a lot of fire. Wow, I'm not landing attacks right now. Oh, I thought that was the tail whip. Whoops. Oh god. I misjudged which direction that attack was going to start on. No. I'm fighting a lot of dragons today, aren't I? I guess I'm going towards the dragon part of the map a bit. There we go. Anyway, talking about the endless... Ooh. Who dat?
What a sight. A warrior true, if ever one there was. A fellow Drake warrior. Egon. Piteous Egon. Do you not remember? Conjure your past. How once you were. When fear was yet foreign to ye.
Is that you? Are you the guy that was having a real bad time?
Drake warrior, dear friend, grant me this one wish. Take this finger, my finger, scale the jagged peak, face Baal the Dread, and when you do, summon me. Summon my soul. My limbs are limbs no more. My heart is twice over filled with fear. But a Drake warrior I remain. And my soul yet lies on the mountain.
Egon's furled finger.
Proud Drake warrior, I beg of you, scale the jagged peak, face Baal the Dread, and when you do, summon me. Summon my soul.
All right. Not the usual bit you expect to hear from somebody. Listen, I might be a massive coward that's terrified of everything and being a big old piss baby, but I'm a warrior yet. Better summon me for the fight that I'm terrified of. I guess he's just hoping that, like, the soul version of him won't share his fear. I guess that makes sense. We're acknowledging that multiplayer works the way it does in Dark Souls, where you're like summoning a guy into your world, but not for real. So if he dies alongside me, he doesn't actually die. I guess is how that works, right? Anyway, I got sidetracked, but the thought process, our experience with the first Dark Souls game was that we found the catacombs first, because yeah, like you can if you look at the way that the layout of the Firelink Shrine is, there's like a whole doorway that leads you to the catacombs. That's like pretty looks welcoming, like a temple, and it's like the way you're supposed to go through the graveyard, fight the skeletons. Oh no, they're all getting back up. This game's fucked up. And then you can, but eventually we're like, this has to be wrong. Let's go somewhere else. So we found another staircase nearby. So we went down to the New Londo ruins and fought the ghosts that you also can't. We went from skeletons you can't permanently kill because they get back up to the ghosts that you can't even hit without using a special item that you can run out of. Fuck. We played the game for hours before we eventually went back to Firelink Shrine and found that you're supposed to go off to the right and just kind of like off to like a kind of nondescript lumpy chunk of land, and around the corner is a ramp that goes up to a staircase that goes up to this aqueduct, and walking through that aqueduct is actually where the game starts. And it's like, what? In some ways that feels the least like a direction to go out of all of them. But in a different game, we might have figured out that we were going the wrong way because of the crushing difficulty. But because it's Dark Souls, we didn't understand, we didn't know how to tell that we were going the wrong way is the struggle. That kind of applies to, I think that the entire community is currently going through a version of that right now, where we've introduced a new progression system where you use the Shadow Tree fragments to level up, more so than your normal levels in a lot of ways. Which I think people are overstating a little bit. Like, they're just a percentage increase, so your build is still really, really important to your overall stats. I don't think that people keep saying that saying it in terms of like it's a flattening thing, like people of all levels can all share. Like, People keep saying it as if like a level 50 and level 150 are going to be flattened by this system, and because the Shadow Tree fragment thing is so important. And it's like, no. The higher level character, not only because it's a percentage increase, so the higher level character not only starts off more powerful, but every Shadow Tree fragment level makes them powerful by a larger margin than the lower level player, because it's percentage based. You're getting plus 5% damage to whatever stats you had. So I don't know why people keep saying it like that, unless I'm missing something, because as far as the game explains it, now as far as the available information explains it, that percentage-based buff seems to definitely not be flattening at all. If you came in stronger, you're going to leave even more stronger than the lower-level guy. It's not a catch-up mechanic that makes them catch up with your power as a low-level player. But, yeah, people are trying to figure out where to go and how many fragments to get, but they don't know how many fragments there are or what kind of progression's expected of them. And meanwhile, the critical path from going from this is the starting point, and then here's the first level, second level, and arguably the third level. Those are pretty close together and not that dense, not that far apart. So the idea that you're like there too early is maybe a little jarring and confusing. And the idea that you can go on this much of a tangent before you even fight this place over here is kind of wild when you think about it. Like, I definitely can't blame anybody for not picking up on that. And not just because I didn't. Anyway. Listen, we're all struggling to not be the person that's doing the New Londo ruins too early because they couldn't find the upper undead burg. It happens. And I've heard multiple other people make that mistake, so I'm not completely insane. But you... Ta-da! You can definitely tell that they changed the format of how their other games work to make that kind of experience largely impossible. Dark Souls 2 has a few competing options for early areas, but none of them are accidentally the New Londo ruins in difficulty. Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, Sekiro, they all branch later rather than sooner and avoid that kind of insane outcome. Sekiro primarily starts introducing stuff when it introduces like visions or dreams or whatever, and then you start getting hit by like, should I be fighting Butterfly now or should I be coming back later? Damn, this is hard. I can't tell. And I think that, to some extent, is just kind of offering you two equally difficult paths that admittedly take progress at different rates. And you are given the chance to bounce back and forth when you get stuck, just to feel less like you have to fight a specific thing to progress right now. Which I think has its own value. To some extent, I think that's what Dark Souls 2 is going for, is like, instead of giving you 4 areas after the Lord Vessel, they're like, what if I give you 4 areas early? Hello! Boulders are back. I think that game was like, if I gave you 4 areas early on, then you've got so much more freedom to explore. And whenever you get stuck fighting this boss, you can go over there for a bit and see if that works out for you. Are these bespoke rocks? Like, not an infinite boulder spam like they always do, but seemingly really specific rocks in specific locations. Shadow Tree fragment. That's a good find for me. Anyway, that's enough ranting about stuff. That's tangentially related to what's going on. Speaking of me feeling the need to finish thoughts. Ooh. That's a wild visual. It looks like a merging of basalt columns and stalactites. I'm not sure actually makes that much direct sense, but sure. Behold lightning. Is this the fight or just another dragon fight? Seno. Wait. Did I fight you before? Ow! Oh god. Oh god, lightning is doing red shit everywhere. Have I fought Seno before? I feel like I remember Seneso. Do I have an ability based on Seneso? That might be it. The red lightning dragon. That seems familiar. Is he a unique boss fight? He seems different. Although I think I might have fought copies of him. Senessax. Alright, I'll probably do better when I have a healing item. That'd be a good start. Maybe Seneso might be the dragon you fight in the main game at the end of one of the storylines. Under that underground area. Kind of sneaky secret places. I'm not sure. I think I might have fought Seneso before, but it might have been a fake Seneso. By which I mean, like, it might have been... Wow, okay, there goes my fucking souls. How many did I have? That sucks. Damn it. Alright, well... Ow, it still hit me. Ow, okay, what the, I don't, Jesus Christ. It's such a chain of weird shit happening at me. Okay, I think I caught up with it. So it's a fight on a lake. Or a pond, I guess. So I think the lightning striking is coursing through the water. So if I try to fight maybe over here, it might not chain like that. Oh, there's a lot of water around though. Might have to fight on a really specific spot to get away with that. Come on, man. I'm literally behind a wall. That's stupid. That shouldn't happen. Oh, God. Okay, he did destroy it, to be fair. But I feel like Seneso might be the dragon. Okay, no, the stuff still travels on land. The combination of having lightning that it travels across land and then shooting fire at me while I'm still recovering from it was just really mean. And being able to chain those attacks during my last attempt was just brutal. Ow. God. Okay. Tail whip? Yep. Glee. So second blast that you also can roll through, thankfully. I'll give mine a go. And he flew away. Oh, I hit him in the sky at least. What? I want to see if there's anything back here that'll help out. There's one flower. Okay. My best chances might be to fight on horseback and jump a lot when the lightning comes out. Ow. 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 He's not dead, right? I was just dismounted. Yeah, I didn't take damage, I don't think. I was just the boss being a dick. That lighting doesn't chain on the ground. Jump. Jump. Okay, it's a horse fight. Ow, it's a dead horse fight. The horse died. Fucking fuck. Alright, horse isn't dead yet. Oh, the mimic's dying. Spinny blade. Fear his spinny blade. Lightning probably just... Ow. Uh-oh. Oop. Does that do any damage? Kind of. Might do a stagger, which would be nice. Well, that's good range. Just want to get through this before the boss dies, or my guy dies. Ow. Oh boy. Oh, that was a bad miss. Wow. Nope. Weapon out. Weapon out. God, the controls. God, I choke so bad. No, don't die now. Fucking really? Please? No, please. Please. Please, just controls. No, fucking... Oh my fucking god. Okay. Let's do it again. Swear to fucking god, it's so fucking frustrating to finagle with the Zelda-ass inventory in the corner sometimes. Just do the thing, just do it! Getting stuck in these loops of like, oh, you've activated the menu for reviving your horse and all this other bullshit is so fucking frustrating sometimes. I'm just begging the game to work. Let's do it again. Ow. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yep. If you've never done this fight before, you don't understand how fucked up the chain of lightning going across the ground is. Like, it's like perfectly timed to kill you at like seemingly the frame where your character starts working again. Like you get hit by something and your character falls on his ass. And then you're like, please, please, please get up. I'm getting murdered by a dragon. I need you to react to the fight now, please. And that's like the exact moment the lightning hits you, is right when your character technically becomes playable again or something. So you just immediately take this massive spike of damage. So like, you get chained through like several entire attacks before your character seemingly can move again. So you just die on the fly. It's wild. Ow, shit. Jesus, I'm falling apart. Whatever groove I had before is gone. Lock on. Jumping. What? Oh, horse damage. No. No, stay alive, Mimic Tier, I need you. I'm not hitting him very well. Okay. Wing buffets are fine. Ow. Ow. Did you eat one? Or not? Okay. Ow. Shit. No! That's the wrong golden ring. There we go. No, cast. Why is it so hard to cast on a horse? Yeah, this is why I was having trouble casting, and it was leading to me not being able to put my weapon out afterwards, just because I have to, like, cast on a horse by entering two-hand mode with my sword, which paradoxically does not two-hand the sword. It two-hands your off weapon instead of your sword, even though you press the sword button. I don't know what's happening with the mounted controls. They're super weird. Like, I press Y and right bumper, and it switches to my left-hand weapon for some reason. Which I'm like, I'm glad I can find my left-hand weapon, because that is what I'm trying to use. But why does it require me to press the two-hand my right-hand button? That is how you two-hand your right hand on ground. I don't understand. Oh god. Mimic Tear's gotten obliterated this time. They have like forked tops, don't they? Those tridents with lightning spears. Uh-oh. No, the Mimic Tear's dead. I'm probably fucked. Right now. No, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, please. There's no way. Definitely not getting away with any more spells right now. Okay, it's a good opening. Chop off his tail for a weapon. They kind of got rid of that, didn't they? Doesn't really come up in a Elden Ring like it did in before. I should not have healed that with a flask. I should have healed that with the raisins. I need the flasks. I'm using massive hit and run tactics because my strategy is just to be nowhere near the blast radius of any of his lightning stuff. Just a refusal to engage. Ow. No damage on me is good because I can bury the horse damage. That's not a flask. Oh god, they're going everywhere. Oh boy. Okay, local only stabs. Those are very funny when I'm not even nearby. Fuck. No, no. God damn it. That's it. Oh, it hit me. Yeah. That was never gonna work out because the Mimic Tear died super early that time. One thing goes wrong and then you get hit 4 more times, and it's not even like a melee combo that goes really quickly. It's like it's so many seconds later and you're still getting hit by everything because you can't move. It feels like it just feels weirdly like a mistake. Oh god. Oh god. I'm over that fire damage, jeez. That didn't... Oh, the jump didn't work? Come on, man. Ah, damn it. I keep... Every now and then I'll press the fucking lantern button instead of the horse button, which is not great. Why am I not using my heal? I pressed it ages ago. Weird. Oh god. Mimic Tear's already really dead. Damn. Unfortunately, if he spams certain attacks, my guy can't respond to them at all. He's not going to jump over the shockwaves, so if the shockwaves get spammed often enough, there's no reaction, and he just gets shredded, like, way faster than normal. At least to some level of RNG as far as whether or not my Mimic Tear will be useful from attempt to attempt. Alright, that was a wasted effort. Why? That wasn't even close. What was up with that attack? Uh-oh. I stopped doing damage, I guess? This whole mana bar didn't give me shit, did it? How'd that hit me? It feels really dubious whenever someone says hitbox porn about Dark Souls. I'm like, really? Hitbox porn? When this shit happens to me? Alright, I'm officially out of cheese. Fuck. Please. Thank you. Okay. I'm in a bit of a mood, so I'm gonna take a break. For everyone's sake. 200,000! It's about a level. Oh, that's not a grace, that's me. That's my corpsiness. This fight did not culminate in Oh, there it is. What? That wasn't here the whole time, right? The whole wall just disappeared, right? I believe so. Oh, this is dramatic. I'm hoping there's a grace up here. Something is up. Uh-huh. Ooh. $227 to level. I need about 27 level. $30,000. Three damage, yay! That might be because of the level 10-ness. The scaling might have actually gone up, basically, behind the scenes. Whew! Let's take a break.